Hey there, dear viewers. We're going to get back into some SMBC, because it's what I felt like doing. My plan for today, and I don't know if this video is actually going to hit the same day I record it, but over here, my plan for today is to record this, edit and render it, which doesn't take very much time. The editing doesn't take very much time, the rendering does because of how I record it, and how I have to crop it and things like that to get it to show up properly, both on YouTube normally and on mobile devices and such. But the point is, editing doesn't take very much time. That's what I really like about the SMBC series, is that I don't have to take a lot to record it or edit it, though the rendering does take a while. So my plan is to do this recording, and then do the editing, and then while it's rendering, start a recording session of another game, either Thief or Deus Ex or something else that I wanted to put up on my channel. That way I'm kind of making efficient use of my time over here in this particular recording session, which should be 1 or 2 games worth of recording, maybe 3, but I'm not going to push it. In any case, just felt like chilling out, so that's what I'm going to do. Hit resume game. We were playing as Ryu before, well, Shadow from Final Fantasy before, but I decided to play this session as Link, which is going to be awesome. There we go, picked up some bombs. So this is a completely unleveled Link, because we played the entire last session as Ryu, or Shadow. But that's okay, he doesn't need to be 2 leveled for World 4, does he? Or World 5. Wow, we're on World 5, fancy that. He's fun, though. Wow, I missed them both. You know, one thing I was thinking about recently, and it's actually the topic that spurred my, that spurred the recording of this session. Whenever I have something to say, I kind of like recording SMBC. I don't know why I stopped doing that in the past. I guess other things just kind of caught my attention, and I got into those and just, I don't know, let this fall by the wayside. But one topic that I was thinking about is how much distaste a lot of us show for a lot of the changes that YouTube makes. And it seems that whenever people are talking about YouTube these days, it's typically to complain, and I am no different. I'm guilty of that as well. I tend to complain a lot about YouTube and the changes that they make as far as, like, Content ID being a tremendous one. Of course, we should complain about that, because that's just an absolutely terrible decision. Well, no, actually, it's not a terrible decision. It's absolutely terribly implemented. I think it's something that needs to be here. I think Content ID is a necessity in order for YouTube to keep functioning and in order for us to keep doing what we do, but I just think it's implemented terribly. Or, you know, whether the whole Google Plus bit really upsets us. Okay, I'm going to switch to Link's Cecil variant from Final Fantasy IV, because I like the music from Final Fantasy IV. And Cecil's really cool, too. I'm going to use Dark Knight Cecil rather than Paladin Cecil, because the sprite, in my opinion, is just a little neater. Though his Paladin sprite is really powerful as well, especially if you played through Final Fantasy IV. It's got, I don't know, the Paladin Cecil sprite and the image and the artwork and stuff like that, and everything that's associated with Paladin Cecil is just really powerful to me. It has an emotional impact. And that's what you want out of your awesome games. In any case, like I said, we tend to complain about all these changes. And we like to remember how awesome YouTube used to be, and talk about how badass YouTube used to be compared to how it is now. Oops, shouldn't have done that. But really, we don't hear a lot of people giving YouTube credit where credit is due these days, and I think we really should be doing that, because YouTube is, for lack of a better word, truly fucking amazing. Look what they do. Yeah, and I realized Google, as soon as Google got a hold of it, it kind of, they started making a bunch of changes that we considered for the worse, but they're making changes that I'm sure that they deem necessary, and I'm sure a lot of that is actually going to turn around in the future, because they do seem to care overall what's going on. But YouTube really is actually truly fucking amazing. They take tons of video, which requires tons of bandwidth to host and serve, and then they distribute it freely to all of us. And I'm sure we all know this. I don't need to say this. Everyone understands this already. And it's why we love YouTube. It's why we keep coming back. It's why you don't hear people saying, I'm not going to watch YouTube anymore. It's like, I hate all these changes, and I'm going to stop watching YouTube because of these changes. Yeah, maybe there are a few people out there who did that. Maybe there were a few people out there who were vocal about it. But let's be honest here. YouTube is too freaking cool for most people to actually do that. And that's actually one of the reasons that we complain, is because we love YouTube so much. And it's because we love it that we're concerned about some of the things that come up in regards to changes as far as YouTube is concerned. Oh, I got a bow. Cecil with a bow. I'm not sure if he could actually equip a bow. I think he could, but I'm not sure if Dark Knight Cecil could. I'm not sure if he needed to. There was that one cave where you couldn't equip your metal weapons. But in there, I think... Yeah, actually, I think I equipped Cecil with a bow in that one. In that cave. That's pretty neat. Or did I use like a staff or something? I don't remember. But you wouldn't be able to use a staff. It'd have to be like a wooden club or some crap. I know Sid used his wooden hammer. And I think Yang or Yang's claws were unaffected. I'm off on a tangent here. My point is that YouTube really is fucking awesome, and we need to give it credit where it's due. It's okay for us to vocalize our complaints about things that concern us in regards to YouTube. But I really want some positivity out there for it. YouTube, for me personally, has been, and continues to be, one heck of a ride. And for that, I am extremely grateful. Especially since I can do all of it for free, and make money off of it. That's incredible. And even for people who aren't making money off of it, they're getting hours upon hours of incredible entertainment. And it's entertainment that they can choose. You can pick and choose what you want to watch. It's not like television... I'm going to use this word here, I'm not sure if it's correct, but it's not like television programming of yore. Because it really does seem like ye old TV, doesn't it? Because now we can pick and choose what we want. We can make as efficient or inefficient use of our free time and get as much or as little entertainment out of the things that we do as we want, because we can pick who we watch on YouTube and on Netflix and on Hulu and all that stuff. We can pick all this. So we make sure we're always getting what we want out of our entertainment, and YouTube is part of that. And I can't even imagine the costs that it takes to host all of this video. Think about the entire website. Maybe some of us only watch video gaming videos, but there are vloggers, there are cooking channels, there are music videos, there's all kinds of stuff on YouTube. It's not just video gaming. Little short clips, Vine compilations and stuff like that. YouTube hosts all... Yeah! YouTube hosts all of this. And that truly is freaking amazing. And the experiences that we get out of it as viewers and as content creators, so far, for me, I can't imagine something that would rival that. I think even if you were like a filmmaker, like making movies for the widescreen, for the big screen, in theaters and stuff, I think maybe, yeah, obviously that's going to be a different experience and rewarding in its own way. But the whole YouTube thing, do we really get less out of it than that? Than they do? I don't think so. Do we get more? I don't know. It's not up to me to say. Love this music. It was just getting to the good part of the music, of the boss battle. It's all the good part, really. I really like this sprite. They darkened Cecil's armor here. This is an awesome looking sprite. You get this whenever I think you get the mushroom or one of these shield icons. One of these. I actually have a mouse cursor in this video, or in this recording, because I'm basically just recording my desktop full screen right now. But yeah, whenever you get one of these two, I'm not sure which it is, Cecil's armor darkens. And I like that look. That looks really cool. Ooh, this Paladin Cecil sprite looks neat. It would be the red ring for Link. We'll go with Cecil again. Ba ba ba. I'm using a program called Action to record this. So I've tried multiple different types of, multiple different apps when it comes to recording. Well, that should have killed that thing. And Action is one of those apps. It's Action with an exclamation point, in case you want to go look it up. It's actually becoming quite competitive. I might It's very close. I can't say for certain yet because I don't know all of its subtle nuances and stuff. But I might be willing to say that I would recommend Action over Fraps. I think my #1 recommendation for recording video games would be DxTory. And then Action would come in an extremely close second. In fact, Action is better for some things. Like, I can't use DxTory to record my desktop. So Action wins out there. Stabbed him. There we go. Now this is more of a reddish hue on this armor, so I guess that first shield icon up there that we see in the buffs gives it this one, and then we get a second shield to darken the armor. Action's really cool though. You do have to pay for it, but it's come in handy for a few different recordings, and again, I fall back to it for certain things. DxTory is still #1 in my opinion, if you set up DxTory correctly. And I think Fraps is becoming a distant third. Admittedly, I haven't checked up on it in, I don't know, maybe a couple months, maybe 2 or 3 months. Maybe a little bit longer than that, I don't know. I haven't really had a need to, but it's my understanding that it hasn't made very much progress. Shadowplay is becoming something that's really getting up there. NVIDIA is doing a great job bringing Shadowplay to the forefront of video game recording. Soon it will be able to record your desktop. It cannot right now. Wait, no, it can. The thing that it lacks is the ability to record your microphone into a separate sound channel, the way DxTory and Action can, so that you can do separate sound editing on the side, so that you're not stuck with whatever volume you chose to record at. There we go, here's the darker armor. Oh, I can do that. There we go. That's not what I wanted. Shadowplay's not quite there yet. There are still some things that they need to optimize. And it would be nice to not have to use a beta driver to get the latest features. But of course, that's what beta is. If you choose to beta test it, then you go into it knowing that some features may be buggy or may not work. What I'm saying is that I can't wait until Shadowplay is perfected, stable, and just part of the NVIDIA control panel. I forget what it's called. Oh no! The NVIDIA experience, or something like that. I can't wait for that, because I think Shadowplay could very well be the one and only recording solution that anyone would need once it's perfected. And because it just comes with your drivers, anybody who has an NVIDIA card would just have it. And that's really cool. Assuming, of course, you get an NVIDIA graphics card, and really these days, why wouldn't you? Ooh, a quiver. I have no idea what that does for me. I've still only got 4 arrows. Maybe it lets me carry more. I should probably be destroying some of these blocks to try and get some more arrows and such. The experiences and stuff that I've had when it comes to YouTube are nothing short of incredible. And I continue to have them. There have been some highs, there have been some lows, and I expect more highs and more lows. And I want the highs to be really high, and I hope the lows stay manageable, but I don't discount the possibility for some lows to be really low. And that's just kind of how things go, isn't it? As you just keep on trucking. Not only with YouTube, but everything else as well. I've had a great time. And a lot of that is due in large part to you guys. I know that sounds pretty generic. It sounds pretty... Oh, is that a bomb bag? Wow, Link has a lot of upgrades in this game. Yeah, a lot of that is very much due to you guys. A lot of the highs and a lot of the lows. To the audience at large. The highs have vastly outweighed the lows, however, on the scale. Vastly. Almost unspeakably have the highs outweighed the lows. I've met some very incredible people through this whole YouTube thing. Other commentators, other content creators, I'll say. I've met other content creators. I've met some people that I was a big fan of. Still am a big fan of those people. I have no idea what I just picked up in this upgrade. I've met some wonderful fans and made some great friends. Sounds weird to say this, because, yeah, I am one to complain about YouTube and it changes a lot when I think something is wrong. So it may sound a little bit weird to hear this coming from me. But I do like to give credit where credit is due. And I'll say that from the start, and even up to now, YouTube really has put the U in YouTube. For all of us. Well, obviously I can't speak for everybody. But for me, it definitely is a very personal experience. I have no more ranged weapons. Should I kill him with a bomb? Let's go try and kill him with a bomb. This is going to be awesome. Whoa. Eat it! No, crap! Damn it! Why would I do that? Should we send Link back in? Maybe we'll jump in as Samus. I don't really like many of Samus's variants here. I think I like the default one, the 16-bit one. The Super Metroid Samus. Well, I guess the Metroid 2 Samus is actually kind of cool, too. I don't know. Up to you to decide whether or not you like different things. You can also play as Kid Icarus as a variant of Samus. Can move and jump while crouching. Can't move while aiming up. No bombs. Right. Whatever. Samus it is. Just to give her a shot. I'll have to pick up some missiles before I get to Bowser. Well, that's no good. We got Long Beam, sure. Well, I guess Long Beam will do it. Samus can just stand at the edge of the screen. But it just seems like you should be using missiles against a boss. It's alright, you can be jealous at how I avoided those fire whips. It's alright, you can feel absolutely free to leave a comment about how badass that morph ball was. Go ahead, do it. Pause the video and say, "Fuck, that was badass!" Do it. You'll feel good about yourself. You don't have to use a swear word if you don't want to. You don't have to cuss. You can say, "Gosh golly, that was badass." Alright, should we give... Okay, we're going into World 7 now, so who should we give a shot here? Let's play as a completely unupgraded Mega Man. Crap. He just got shot right in the back of the head. Mega Man's going to be difficult to play here because of his jump height. You need to use Rush to get to the higher places. Maybe we won't use Mega Man. Let's give Mario a run in his own game. Oh, almost had it. That would have been great. Okay, never mind. Bill? Go with Bill? Nah. Let's go with Link again. Let's go with Cecil. I think I'll save after this one. Ooh, battle music. Oh no, I wasn't even touching that sprite. Hitbox malfunction. Cecil did well. Let's go back, actually. No, I hit the wrong button, so we're going as Roto. This is from, I'm guessing, Dragon Quest. Ooh. Oh, the reason I mentioned action earlier is because one little issue, minor issue I might have with action is that I think that whenever it records the microphone, it records it at slightly, maybe just like a millisecond or two, unsynced with the video. Of course, you can fix that in editing if you're really that truly diligent about it. I may or may not, just as a means of illustrating it. Of course, you wouldn't notice. I don't think anybody would notice, and it's really so minor that it's not something to notice. It doesn't affect the quality of the video. But whenever I sing along with the music, I can kind of notice it being just slightly off sync. See, I don't know if that actually was unsynced or not, so we'll have to wait to see in the editing of the video. And if it is unsynced, I won't fix it, so of course it'll illustrate the point. So Mario had the Ghost House music, the Super Mario World Ghost House music. Ooh, Magic Boomerang. Cecil had battle music. And Roto gets, what, Tantagel Castle music? Is that Tantagel? I don't know. And the battle theme. Victory. Fanfare. Alright. This next one's a water stage. You know, Ryu does really well in water stages if you can get... Oh, he does really well in water stages regardless. But he does best in water stages if you can get the jump slash. Of course, we won't have that going in. But I'm going to go ahead and save. And end this particular session. One of my biggest points here... One of my biggest points here was that I wanted to point out that YouTube could probably use... Well, I don't know if they could use it, but I think it's a good idea to highlight the fact that YouTube is amazing, despite how many complaints you get from content creators and how many complaints you'll hear on Twitter and stuff like that. And yeah, there will be more complaints from me and others in the future about it, but it's because, as far as I'm concerned, and I'm sure this is the case for many others, it's because we care so much about this platform that we love, that we truly love, because it's something that we have come to embed into our lives as holy, as very much a wholesome, in wholesome manner, a very significant portion of our lives. Whether that significant portion be small or large for some of us, I think significant is a good way to put it. Something can be significant while still being small. So even if it's just you spend maybe 15 to 20 minutes a day watching YouTube as your means of relaxing on a lunch break or something like that, if it's a part of your life, then I don't know. I'm not trying to tell you what you should think about YouTube. I might be off on a little bit of a tangent here. My biggest point here was that personally for me, and I think for a lot of others as well, YouTube is really this amazing thing, and that's all I really wanted to say. That really is it. And everything else that I've said in here is just kind of me talking casually and stuff like that. Okay, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I am going to get going for now, get this edited and rendering, and during the rendering record something else. Thanks a lot for watching, and I will see you guys next time.